Good morning to you. Welcome back to the Morning Minute Meditation. Thank you for dropping by today. 3 verses in the Word of God. Let me preface it by making the statement. The word study is found 3 times in the Bible. It is found first in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, 1 Thessalonians, chapter number 4, and then in 2 Timothy, chapter number 2. Let me read those verses for you. In chapter number 12 of Ecclesiastes, he said, "Further, by these, my son, be admonished, and of making of books there's no end." And then he makes the statement, "And much study is a weariness to the flesh." The second time in the book of 1 Thessalonians, he writes this, "And that you study to be quiet and to do your own business and to work with your own hands as we have commanded you." Then finally, the more personal of the uses of the word study is given by Paul to Timothy when he makes this statement in chapter 2, verse 15 to 2 Timothy. "Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." So the words study really are threefold, are used in this way. Number 1, I am to study to show myself approved. In other words, if we were going to alliterate this little outline, we would say that study is the duty of a Christian. It is my duty to study the Word of God and to find out about God and to find out about myself. Secondarily, as we work our way backwards, in the book of 2 Timothy or 1 Thessalonians chapter number 4, he said that a part of my study is studying myself in how to keep my mouth shut, how to be quiet, and to do my own business. So study, number 1, is the duty of a Christian. But secondly, it is the diplomacy of a Christian. I need to be very careful about when I open my mouth and what I say and whose business I meddle in, because to be a busybody in other men's matters causes me to suffer. So I need to study whether or not I really want suffering. The third thing has to do with the fact that study is a dreariness to the flesh and a drudgery to my concern. It's not easy to study. Study is a difficult thing, and study can bring about a lot of drudgery, but it's well worth it. William Wilberforce was a British politician known for his abolition work, trying to free the slaves in England. He was born in 1759. He died in 1833 at the age of 73. And he was quite a unique man. If you read behind William Wilberforce, you will find a heap of good material. He was a politician. He went into politics as an independent and won the election in 1780 and went into Parliament as an independent, unaffiliated with any party. Wilberforce was a philanthropist, and he was a leader of men, and he hated slavery with a passion. Wilberforce in 1785 underwent a conversion experience of coming to know the Lord. He was 26 years of age at the time, and he became what would later be called an evangelical Anglican. In other words, he was more of a biblical student of the Word of God than just the regular Anglicans were, and he pursued people to come to Christ. That brings me to a statement made by Wilberforce. Here's what he said. He said, "No one expects to attain to the height of learning or arts or power or wealth or military glory without vigorous resolution, strenuous diligence, and steady perseverance. Yet we expect to be real, genuine Christians without the same kind of labor, study, and inquiry." Here's what he said. If you're going to be a real Christian, you've got to study that matter out. Hey, how are your studies going as a believer? Think on these things today, my beloved brethren, and have yourself a great cup of coffee and a grand day.